Good morning, everyone. It's Natalie. Welcome to my channel, Find Joy in the Journey. It is September 22nd, the first day of fall, official first day of fall. So happy fall, everyone. I am sure all you gardeners are out there and you are transitioning your garden from one season to the next. So you're out there and you're dropping seeds for your fall crops. You are planting out your fall transplants and seedlings. So I'm doing the same. I just wanted to show you a few of the things that I have out in the garden now. So I have a little spring mixed with a little summer, okay? And now I'm adding some fall things. So I just wanted to very quickly do a quick video showing you some of my brassicas that I've planted out. This is my Destiny broccoli, okay? I also have green magic broccoli planted out. So Destiny broccoli is a much shorter maturity date, but I planted out the green magic broccoli first. So it's going to be ready before this broccoli is ready. This is the Destiny right here. You may see a little white little droplets on there because I did spray everything down with Neem Max just a little while ago. Okay, this is my Cheers cabbage. The only variety of cabbage that I'm growing right now is Cheers. Um, Maybe later on in the season I will plant out maybe some different varieties, but I always have success with the Cheers. So that's what I went with. And the other variety I definitely will plant out will be a red cabbage, something like Ruby Perfection. So we'll see. But that's my Cheers cabbage. That's my Destiny broccoli. I still have my carrots growing right here. Let me pull out this little weed. Okay. So my Nantes carrots right here. Next to it is my butter crunch lettuce. Look, we had some rain and some heavy winds blow through, and as you can see, it flattened my lettuce. I'm going to harvest this today. It's long overdue, but this is my butter crunch lettuce. Over here is my Paris Island lettuce, Paris Island cos. So, and it's growing so nicely. I don't see any little insect damage or anything, so it's doing so well. I'm very happy about that. I will say, I'll tell you this. I never said it before. The Butter Crunch is a Bibb lettuce, and the Paris Island is a romaine. So you can see how the difference in the leaves, how these are kind of long, and the Butter Crunch is more of like a curly type of, and a shorter leaf. That is, that's the Butter Crunch. It's a Bibb lettuce. This is in the romaine family. This is Paris Island. Okay, over here, my collards. These are my Georgia collards. I've already harvested once off of these Georgia collards, so I'm very pleased with how they're growing. So far, so good. I've been able to keep away the little insects. I did find a couple of little insect holes on the leaves over here, and I looked on the back of it and I saw these very tiny, almost microscopic little caterpillars on there. So I know that I need to stay on top of my regime with the Neem Max and other pesticides or insecticides that I'm using. I'm trying to stay very organic, so I'm using the neem oil or cold pressed neem oil or Neem Max. I've shown you that before. I've been doing that. I've been making sure the ground, I'm sorry, the soil. The soil is saturated also because with that, with the soil being saturated with the Neem Max, it's going to kill off any eggs and larvae. So that's why when I spray, I just kind of stick the nozzle down in there so it can get not only the back of the leaves, but it will spray down on there on the soil beneath. Okay, so far it seems to be working. I hope it stays that way. My squash is still giving. Still giving. I harvest squash almost every other day. Okay, there's a lot going on in here, and I'm very pleased with it. My little watermelon down there, that's a crimson sweet. Okay, and go to the other side so you can see. Look at that. You see the squash in there? And then I have a lot inside too. Okay, let's see. Let me turn around. Try not to do too much moving around. Have shaky cam footage. Another crimson sweet right here. This one is larger than the one over there in the raised bed. If you can remember, that was that little tiny one that I was surprised by. It was down here on the ground, but then I moved it up and put it in the raised bed for to keep it safe, because I'm always walking around this area and I didn't want to knock it and damage it or knock it off the vine too soon. So that's why I just placed it in the raised bed for safekeeping. My carrots are doing fine over here, and I got peas in this bed also. I'm going to find me a little trellis for the peas. You see how they're hidden over here under the carrots? I have another one here and another one there. In this raised bed, I actually covered this entire side over here with seeds for the peas, but only about 3 or 4 of them came up. But I'm going to do, what I can to just manage those. Look at my little carrots. Doing pretty good. I'm trying to leave that one in there. Let it get a little bigger. Over here, I want to show you this. This is Florida broadleaf mustards. Okay. I'm saying that this purposely. I want you to know there is a difference. These are the Florida broadleaf mustards. And over here is a different variety of mustards. On the package, it did not say Florida broadleaf. So that's why I wanted to make sure that I was growing Florida broadleaf. So I have these, and I know for a fact that these are Florida broadleaf mustards. Large leaves. I grow them every season. And I get these big, beautiful mustard leaves. And so I wanted to make sure that I was growing my Florida broadleaf. So I have this over here in the raised bed with the eggplants. I don't want to miss showing you my eggplants. I've harvested a bunch. That's why there's not many on here now, because I harvested a lot of them just yesterday, actually. Let me show you. So I'm letting that one get a little bigger. So I harvested a lot of the eggplants, but I have 2 Santana eggplants in that raised bed. Okay, and over here with the other mustards, I also have 2 eggplants over here. Santana, and also basically a classic eggplant. I've been harvesting a lot off this one too. Okay, the mustards are doing fine, and I am hoping, fingers crossed, that I do not have another infestation with my mustards this season. I had it twice. It was these beetles. I can't even tell you for sure what type of beetle or insect it was, but it had a body like a beetle, and I had to treat my mustards twice for that infestation, but I was able to harvest off those mustards many times. So it happens in gardening. You're going to have infestations, and you're going to have leaf damage. You're going to have fungus and bacteria and all kinds of leaf diseases, all that type of thing. But that's why you keep treating it, hopefully organically. That's why I like using the Neem Max, because the Neem Max is a fungicide, insecticide. So it takes care of mites. It kills off larvae and eggs. It's also I'm going to see if I can pronounce it right, a nematicide. Okay, nematicide. Okay. So, I love using my Neem Max, but sometimes if I have to pull out something that's a little bit stronger, I get my BT, or maybe 7. I use my garden dust, things like that. But so far, so good. I took off the shade cloth. Normally I have my brassicas under shade cloth, but things have cooled down quite a bit. Not, Not to the point where I don't feel like I don't need to have it on hand. Look, it's right down here. So I'm letting my brassicas get some sun right now without the shade cloth. These are the first brassicas that I planted out. This is my Green Magic broccoli. Okay. Over here is more Cheers cabbage. Like I said, that's the only variety I'm growing right now. And you can see, look, on that one, and that was the smallest one. I was worried about that one. It's already, the little leaves inside are already curling in and forming a head. So I'm very pleased with how things are going right now. I need to cut off some of these little yellow leaves. Let me grab it right now. Okay. All right. Not going to keep you guys long. Now, very quickly, let's go over here. Yesterday I came out here and I got as many peppers as I could. These plants, these bell pepper plants, I have been growing these peppers since spring, early spring. I planted them out very early in spring, and they're still healthy, still strong, still growing. And I just couldn't be more pleased. So I'm going to make sure that I harvest them and wash them, chop them up. I'm going to have a freezer full of peppers. So it's going to take me on until the next season, the next season, until I'm able to grow some more. I haven't had to buy peppers, bell peppers from the store in quite a while because I have a surplus in the freezer. And the same thing with my, I have broccoli too. So I'll be growing more broccoli and I'll be able to take that and freeze that and have that in the freezer for when I need it. So I'm really pleased with how my gardening experience and my gardening journey is going because even though, oh my gosh, I have to learn how to grow onions. I will be planting some onions as soon as I possibly can. I know for a fact this is definitely garlic season. So in October is when I normally do my garlic. And when the time comes, I'll show you how I prep my little garlic cloves to be planted, the whole thing that I go through. And that'll be in October though. That's something I like to do in October. These tomatoes, hey, man, see this? This one is probably out the door because I see a lot of diseased leaves, and it looks like this is the Tasty Lee. I haven't received anything from the Tasty Lee, no tomatoes whatsoever. Now this one looks a little bit better. This is a Celebrity. Over there in the middle, that one is called the 4th of July, and it is loaded with tomatoes. Loaded with tomatoes. I have another Celebrity way on the other side, but I am pleased with this one right here. That is the 4th of July, and it actually has tomatoes. So this is probably where I'm going to get my last round of tomatoes from, because I don't see anything from the other tomato plants I have out here. But looks like the 4th of July is going to give me what I want. It's just one more round of tomatoes before it's too cold. My citrus trees are still growing. I'm very happy with how they're progressing. No oranges yet, but I do have lots of lemons. Look at that. And nice. Lots of lemons. That's my second orange tree over here. This is a sweet orange. Louisiana sweet orange. Let me get this out of here. Okay. All right. I'm not going to hold you long, guys. So, one last thing. I want you to see my Chinese cabbage. And since I'm over here by the greenhouse, these are the other seedlings that are transplants that have not gone out into the garden. Some more Green Magic, some more cabbage, more mustards right over there. I have a red mustard that hasn't gone out yet, but I should be planting them out soon. Down there, that's pak choi, which is a Chinese cabbage. And Brussels sprouts. I grew those from seed. Those are my seedlings. And now the Brussels sprouts, they won't go out till later. I want them to get much larger than that. And when I do plant them out, they're going to go in a little area off to themselves. They're going to have a little condo off to themselves because they are slow growers. They grow slowly, and it's suggested that you kind of give them space and a little area off in your garden, off to themselves, so they can take their time and grow. And it just so that's what I'm going to do this time. The last time I grew Brussels sprouts, it was in spring, and I had them in the raised bed next to other things. They did grow big, beautiful plants, but I didn't get that full uniform stalk of sprouts like I wanted, so I'm giving it another try from seed. Okay, I'm very happy about that, so I'm excited. And now that I have more knowledge on how to grow them, let's see how I do this time. And my pak choi looks good too. So I just up potted them just yesterday. So they were in these little small cups. So now they're in larger pots. Okay. Let's quickly move over. Look, we had some rain, so stuff is blown all over the place. So excuse my little mess. Got a little bit of everything just lying everywhere. Over here, this is my Chinese cabbage. It looks so good. I probably can start harvesting from this now. Look at that. That's my Chinese cabbage. Hidden behind there, believe it or not, there's a cucumber plant. There's a straight ape cucumber plant. Let me see. I was waiting for it to get taller or longer, the vine to get longer, so I can train it to go up that trellis. But my lone little cucumber plant back there. I want to get another round of cucumbers. Probably too late, but that's okay. We'll see. Because in my area, we have a pretty long growing season. So I might be able to get a few more cucumbers before it gets too cold. More yellow squash. This is yellow straight neck squash. Okay. All right. So you guys, that's my quick little tour. And I wish you all luck this season. Happy first day of fall, you guys. Okay. Look, I just wanted to show you my berries. These are my blueberries. Still maintaining them. I'm a little nervous because it's like, what am I going to do with these during the wintertime? Where am I going to place them? I can't put them in my garden shed if I need to. If it gets too cold, I don't know what to do with them. So I'm going to do my research and see, how do I store these? What do I do with them over the winter? Okay, even my strawberries, look. My strawberry plants are still looking pretty healthy too. I see some insect holes, but I've already sprayed everything with Neem Max this morning. With this one, the runners actually went over to the other grow bag over there. And I'm gonna let it do its thing. See, normally when you have a runner, you'll take it and you'll place it in some more, like a little cup or a small little pot of soil. Wait till it gets bigger, and then you can separate it from the main little strawberry bush. You take that runner and you put it in soil, and then let it grow and get established, and then you can separate it from the other plant. So I didn't have to. It did it on its own. Okay. All right, guys. Look, this is my harvest from yesterday. My eggplants, more okra, and I skipped a day coming out here and harvesting, so I got some okra that is way too big. Look at that. Still a little softness to it, but I think it's too big. It's going to be woody. Then I have my eggplants. Just kind of show you a little bit. And then I went out there and got as many peppers as I could. So many of them. It's going to take me a while. Got my sweet banana peppers. Some pretty decent size bell peppers. These were getting a shape kind of funny, but look, you can still chop them up and freeze them. That's still, you can still use those. Just because they shape funny, that don't mean anything. Some of them, they are from like maybe a red bell pepper plant or yellow or even orange. But sometimes I can't wait to let them change colors on the tree or bush or whatever, because sun scald, insects, and other damage, that I'll just go ahead when they're large enough, I'll just go ahead and take them. Okay. When they're large enough, I'll just go ahead and remove them. Okay. All right. I even have a few more of these. These are the candy cane, chocolate covered cherry bell peppers. These are mini bell peppers, so they're supposed to be small. Look at that. Candy cane, chocolate covered cherry. That's what they're called. So I have some of those. Look, and the purple beauty. Not bad. They're not huge, but hey, that's pretty good. And my banana peppers. So I'm very happy with what I have. Okay. All right, you guys. I'm going to sign off now and get started with my day. I just wanted to give you a brief update and also tell you happy first day of fall, you guys. Let the games begin. All right. Bye now.